Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting, and it's Paydirt review time again. Well, this is going to be an unofficial review. It is more of a mail call than an official review because this seller knew I was getting in this bag of Paydirt. And that bag is from Indiana Creek Gold Prospecting and Paydirt, and this is half-gram Pro Panner bag. Now, as a lot of you might know, I am currently in northern Indiana doing some gold prospecting, and this weekend I will be meeting up with Brian to prospect on his land with him. So I really wanted to shoot a review of his Paydirt, but unfortunately he does not sell that often on eBay, and the only way I could get a bag in time to shoot for this Monday's video was to order it myself. So I had to order the bag through my own eBay account. So unfortunately he knew this bag of Paydirt was going to me, so this will not be an official review. But I did want to give a huge shout out as well as a mail call to him and highlight his Paydirt since I will be visiting him this weekend. So let's just flash up the description and then go to the overhead. As you saw, a really detailed description. While it is short, it does tell you all the information you should need to know. How much the bag weighs, how much gold you're going to find, where the concentrates come from, and the fact that they are concentrates from a sluice. So let's weigh it up. It says it's supposed to be around 6 or 7 ounces, and it's 9.8 ounces. So let's open this up. See if I can get it open without cutting it. And there we go. Some organics, not too much, doesn't look too bad. Maybe a leaf in there or something. No real bigger material. Let's check it for black sands or magnetite black sands. Nice little bit in there. So if you use a magnet, it might make it a little bit easier to pan. Doesn't look like it's heavy in black sands that aren't magnetite, but we'll find out when we pan it out. But right now, let's just listen to some music and classify this down. All done classifying, and as you can see, the material steps down a little bit until the majority of it is in the -40, maybe a little bit less in the -20 plus 40, and not very much in these two classifications, which I don't expect to find any gold in these two. I'm assuming, based on the description, that the vast majority will be in here. Maybe a couple pieces in here. We'll have to find out. And the only way to do that is to pan it out. So let's go get some water and do just that. So have my pan, have some cloudy water because I was too lazy to swap it out, and I have my Paydirt here. So let's just get started with the +10 and listen to some more music. Well, finished panning everything out as you saw, and that was some pretty difficult Paydirt to go through, but we'll talk about that in a minute. For now, let's show you the gold I found. In the plus 10, found one nice little piece in there. It is an extremely flat piece of gold. In fact, when I was first panning it, I thought it was just a piece of mica until it stayed at the bottom of the pan. So one little piece in the plus 10. In the minus 10 plus 20, even more gold. About 12, 15 pieces in there. So pretty nice haul. And I have to say, I was not expecting to find gold in either one of these classifications, so it was a nice surprise. In the minus 20 plus 40, even more gold. A really nice pile. Too many to count. And lastly, in the minus 40, even more gold. A really nice pile of fine gold. This is where I expected to find the majority of my gold. So it was nice to see that it was spread out a little bit, but the vast majority still was in the minus 20, minus 40. So let's start weighing it up. Plus 10. This is a really thin piece of gold. Yeah. Does not weigh much. 0.060. Minus 20 plus 40. 0.1, and I am guaranteed a half a gram in this bag. Minus 20 plus 40. 0.320. And lastly, the very fine stuff, which should budge the scale. .150. Now let's just weigh it all up and see what the total is. Oh, trying to spill it all. In fact, I did spill some. Oh, I will get that in a second for the final. 0.630 unofficially, because I still dropped some gold, which I need to pick up. But let's just talk about Paydirt difficulty. Now let's talk about how difficult the Indiana_Creek, or better known as Indiana Creek Gold Prospecting and Paydirt's half-gram Pro Panner bag was. And I have to say, this stuff was pretty difficult. It had gold in every classification, but the majority of it was in the minus 20 and minus 40. So that made it a little bit difficult to pan out. It also had a lot more black sands than I thought it would, with the majority of that not being magnetic. It clouded up the water a little bit, and it had some organics. So for a beginner panner, this is going to be hard material to pan out. For an advanced panner, it's in the medium range, but it is higher up on the scale. For an expert panner, it is also medium, but lower on the scale. And now, let's just get to the ROI and the review. All right, finished calculating my ROI, writing up my review, and let's get right to it. This again was from Indiana_Creek, an eBay seller, but he's also known by his YouTube channel, Indiana Creek Gold Prospecting and Paydirt. This was his half-gram Pro Panner bag, and it was guaranteed a half gram of gold. Its cost was $44. Shipping was $6.50 for a total cost right here of $50.50. Now the gold I recovered, again, right here, 0.645 grams after I picked up the little stuff I dropped on the table, that is. Gold spot on the date this was received was $61.04, making this gold's value worth $39.37, making my ROI 77.96%, or on my scale, a 7.8. Now, before I get any further, before I get into the review, I do have to make a huge disclaimer again. Brian knew this Paydirt was going to me because I was in a rush to get it. before I went on my trip to go visit him and do some prospecting with him. So these gold numbers may be fudged. He did tell me he didn't change anything in the bag and it was just a random bag he picked. And on average, he tries to get a 70% and higher ROIs in all of his bags. So this will be an unofficial review just because of the fact that I had to order it in a rush and not use a secret shopper. But I think most of these stats will stand up regardless of if it was me ordering or anyone else. The ROI might be slightly lower or slightly higher if you order a bag. So now let's get back to it. Now for fun factor for this bag, I'm going to leave it the same as the ROI at a 7.8. I don't want to raise it any or lower it any. Now, normally I would have bumped it up to an 8 because of the picker in there, but based on the description, I didn't expect to find that. So I'm going to give it a wash at a 7.8. For Paydirt description, he's getting a 10. It is a really good description and pretty much tells you everything you'll need to know about this Paydirt. For quantity and packaging, he's getting a 9.5. 10 for quantity because it was over the stated amount, and he's getting a 9 for the packaging because while it did come in a coffee bag, he also put it inside of a Ziploc bag in case the coffee bag broke. So total for Paydirt quantity and packaging is a 9.5. For customer service and shipping, he's getting a 10. Now, I did email him from a separate email account just to verify his customer service, and the shipping was extremely fast. But again, that could have been swayed by me, but I don't think it was. So total score for Indiana_Creek, an eBay seller, is a 9.0. So a really good score. I really enjoyed this Paydirt. I really enjoy all the Paydirts from all these new batch of sellers that are coming out, from Indiana Creek to B Greeny, Vendetta Prospecting, Black Mass Paydirts, and even 3 Nuggeteers if he ever comes back. So now all that's left is to flash up the score and give away a 24 karat gold plated dime. So let's just flash up the score right here. Now, before I give away today's 24 karat gold plated dime, I do need to give a shout out to one of my newest Patreon members, and that's Vendetta Prospecting. So that's 3 videos in a row, Vendetta Prospecting. So thank you very much for joining my Patreon page. And if anyone else is interested in joining my Patreon page, they can go to patreon.com/Miller Prospecting. And now for today's 24 karat gold plated dime winner, that's going to go to Gemstone Judy. So Gemstone Judy, make sure you email me so I can send this off to you. And to everyone else, thanks for watching. Happy panning. And if you're not already a subscriber, make sure you hit the subscribe button below.